we got going on here. Some fresh out of the belly of a good old Salmon Roe. So now I'm going to cure this up for everybody and show you guys how to get it prepared for future fishing. So I'll get to that here in a second. Alright, let me show you guys how I have it set up. So I have a pair of scissors to cut the fish, eggs in half with the membrane attached. I just put a board down so I can cut it on. Got the newspaper to dry it out because you want to get the roe real dry. You know, you don't want any water on it. This membrane is what's going to hold everything together. So I'm basically going to butterfly it, cut it down the middle long ways, and then cut it into portions, you know, somewhere around that nice little size. Okay, so first I'm going to lay it out here, get them cut, and then we'll go from there. Alright, the next step is I'm going to mix into the water here, which is a bigger saucepan, and I just put, you know, almost halfway full with water. You're going to bring it up to a boil, and so I'm going to add 2 cups of sugar, 2 cups of non-iodized salt. You want no iodine, and then I'm using the 20 Mule Team Borax, and I'm going to mix 2 cups of this in. So I'm going to take my 1 cup scoop, and I'm going to mix in 2 of each into this, and then I'm going to bring it to a boil. It does not matter what order you pour everything in either. So this is the sugar, and I'm going to get in another cup of this, go on to the salt, and then go on to the sugar. Or actually finish up with the sugar, go to the salt, and add the borax. So, alright, I have the borax, the salt, and the sugar all mixed up inside the pot. Again, I put in 2 cups of each. I'm going to stir it up and bring this up to a boil until everything dissolves. And once it dissolves, we're going to bring it down to about, you know, room temperature. You know, it's not going to be smoldering, it's not going to be hot, too hot or anything. And then we'll go ahead and add the eggs from there. So for now we need everything to dissolve. Everything's still solid. We need it to dissolve, and we'll go on from there. Good? Mm-hmm. Alright, I'm going to finish butterflying the eggs right down the middle. And then we're going to cut it across into sections. No matter how you do it, you're going to lose some eggs, but, you know, it's all part of it. So now I have it all separated into sections. Let me make sure. And I'll go ahead and do it to this one as well, and then I'll have it all into nice sections, and then get it all dried up and then put into the mix. Alright, I got the next piece right here. I'm gonna cut up into pieces. So first we gotta dry it off. So I take paper towels, lay it on there, get it nice and as much as I can with these ones I used last time. Well, I'll come over here. And I'll take these two right here and I'll let them sit here for a few minutes and absorb everything. Then if you look over here, these are some of the eggs that I lost from when I cut it. I'm still going to throw them in the brine to cure them. They're just going to be singular eggs, and they're going to go into a smaller jar and get used, first. So after I let this absorb, as you see, it's coming through. We'll go from there. All right, so it's still absorbing moisture from the eggs, and the mixture of 2 cups salt, 2 cups sugar, and 2 cups borax boiled, and now it's dissolved into more of a syrupy clear color. So after this cools down to where you can put your hand in it and it's not warm and it's it's just barely got a little warmth to it, just a little bit, then we're going to go ahead and add the roe pieces that we've cut into here, and we'll let it sit there for 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes we're going to take it out. So let me get this piece cut up here so I have it all prepped and ready to go. Alright, so I got it all cut up into portions, and I'm have it sitting on the board all split up, and I have a pile of single eggs right here so far, just a small pile, but like I said, they're still going in there. And I'm letting them dry out a little bit, patting them dry with the rag, and letting this cool down still. You don't want this to be hot at all. If you could put your finger in there and it feels hot, don't put the eggs in yet. You don't want to cook the eggs, you don't want to pop the eggs. So once we do that, once I let it dry and it cools off, we'll get them all added inside. Alright, now that I have everything out here dried up and most of everything is off of it, and this is now cooled down to the touch and just barely warm, not at all hot. I'm going to add these in there and for the most part get a membrane down, and then I'm going to set my timer for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes I'm going to take them out and dry them off again. Then I'm going to take the borax and I'm going to add it in here, and after they're dry I'm going to throw them in here. So I'll show you guys that in a minute. Now I'm going to take them, each one, place them in the water, membrane down, get them submerged. I'm going to go ahead and put half of them in here for now, and then I'll do the other half after I take these out. So I'll just put in here one more little chunk. So they're in here. And now that they're in here, I'll take the spoon and I'll push them down to get the tops real good. And after I set my timer, 20 minutes, I'll take them out and dry them off. Alright, now that it's been in here for 20 minutes, I'm going to take each piece out. That should be nice and hard by now. And I'm going to go ahead and dry it off and get it to a nice dry consistency. It should come up. Oh yeah, look at this, nice solid roe. Perfect. And I'll just lay it out here for now and let it all dry. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the rest of this in there, and then do the final step.
Do a fish hatchery or something.
Alright, now that I have it for the most part dry, getting most of it off, I'm going to go ahead and throw it in here. I put borax in here, and I'm going to go ahead and place each one inside here, and then go ahead and give it a good mixing. and coat it in borax again. So after I get it all in here, I'll go ahead and mix the container up. Get it all evenly coated. Woo, big piece. See, it's nice and solid. Not losing too many. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this lid on here. Make sure it's nice and closed. And go ahead and pour the borax on it all and get it all mixed up. Put the borax on everything. If I have to, I'll go ahead and open it up. Mix it all around. I'll add more borax in here. Make sure it's all really coated well. Get it mixed in here real well. And once I do that, I'll put it into I'll leave it in this container. Get a nice coated piece in here. We have all this nice solid cured roe, and I'll put it into in a container in the fridge for 12 to 24 hours and show you guys what it's like from there. So I'm going to finish doing this and I'll show you guys after it's done in the fridge. Alright, it's been 24 hours now, and the salmon roe has been curing in the fridge the rest of the way, so let's go ahead and go in there and get it out. Oh, gotta have some Rolling Rock. Here it is. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and take this outside to our workstation where we were working. Let's see. Alright. So there's quite a bit here. Don't even want to give an estimation on weight. I couldn't even guess at this moment. It's quite heavy. So let's open it up and see what we got. Wow. Look at this. Man, what a great color. It feels firm. The eggs feel plump. They don't feel dried out. I mean, look at that. There we go. A little piece ready to go right there. Huh? Look at that.